In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how the cost of living in Norfolk stacks up against Virginia Beach in 2025. Housing, taxes, rent, and even lifestyle, so you know where your money will actually go further. This is the same strategy I've used to help dozens of military families, first-time buyers, and relocation clients figure out not just where they can afford to live, but where it makes sense for their long-term goals. We're going to break down the real numbers on home prices and rent, compare property taxes and hidden costs that catch people off guard, and look at lifestyle trade-offs like schools, commutes, and neighborhoods. So if you want to make the smartest financial and lifestyle decisions about moving to Hampton Roads, this video is for you. Before we dive in, I want you to know, I help people just like you every single week. Whether it's buying, selling, investing, or relocating here to Hampton Roads, I've got you covered. So if you're debating Norfolk versus Virginia Beach and want help figuring out which one's right for you, reach out. All my contact information is down in the description. Call, text, or email me anytime. And if you're just starting your journey, grab my free homebuyer's guide. That link's also in the description. All right, let's start with the big picture, because this is where most people's jaws drop. Right now, in 2025, the median home price in Virginia Beach is about $365,000. In Norfolk, it's closer to $330,000. That's about a $30,000 gap. Norfolk is about 10% cheaper if you're just looking at sticker price. Rent tells a similar story. The average one-bedroom apartment in Norfolk runs about $1,200 a month, give or take, while in Virginia Beach, you're looking at about $1,500. That's a $300 difference every single month, or about $3,600 a year. But here's the thing. Norfolk's property tax rate is about $1.23 per $100 of assessed value, while Virginia Beach's is only 97 cents. So while Norfolk's homes are cheaper, you're technically paying more in tax percentage. Virginia Beach has the lower tax rate, but because home prices are higher, the actual dollar amount you pay in taxes usually comes out pretty similar. So which city is really cheaper? That's where this gets interesting and why we need to break it down even further. What do you think so far? You see Norfolk as the better deal with cheaper homes and rent? Or Virginia Beach as worth paying more for the stability? Let me know down in the comments. All right, let's talk housing in detail, because that's usually the biggest piece of the puzzle. Norfolk is the entry point. If you're a first-time buyer, Norfolk is where you can still find homes under $300,000. Investors love Norfolk too, because the lower price point usually means the potential for better cash flow on rentals. Virginia Beach, on the other hand, tends to hold value better. It's the classic suburban play. Stable appreciation, good resale value, and steady demand. But you're paying for that stability up front with higher home prices. Now let's kind of connect this. Norfolk feels younger, more urban, a little scrappy and creative. It's diverse, it's cultural, and it's got that energy that comes with universities like Old Dominion and Norfolk State, as well as events downtown. Virginia Beach feels suburban, safer, family first. It's cul-de-sacs, top-rated schools, and oceanfront neighborhoods where people plan to put down roots. So you're really paying for lifestyle as much as bricks and mortar. In Virginia Beach, you're buying into suburban security. In Norfolk, you're buying affordability and culture. Neither is wrong, it's about what fits your life. In Virginia Beach, you're paying for better rated schools and sand between your toes. In Norfolk, you're paying for being 5 minutes from a brewery and a mural that'll make your social media pop. If you're renting, the math leans even harder towards Norfolk. Like I said, about $1,200-ish for a one-bedroom versus about $1,500 in Virginia Beach. That's a huge difference if you're military and just here for a couple years, or if you're in a transitional stage of life. But rent isn't the whole story. Norfolk has a lot of older housing stock, and that can mean higher utility bills. Virginia Beach might cost more in rent, but if you're in a newer building, you might save on heating and cooling. Insurance is another hidden cost. Both cities are coastal, so flood insurance is very real. Virginia Beach has the oceanfront risk, and Norfolk has those flood-prone riverfront areas. Either way, you're not skipping this line item in your budget. Gas and groceries? Pretty similar overall. Virginia Beach's tourist-heavy areas can drive up food prices. If you're grabbing lunch on Atlantic Avenue in July, yeah, you're basically paying tourist rates even as a local. So here's my advice. Don't just compare the rent or the mortgage. Build out a full monthly budget that includes utilities, insurance, and even lifestyle costs. That's the real cost of living. Let's go a little deeper on property taxes because this is where I see some buyers get confused. Like I said, Norfolk's tax rate is about $1.23 per $100 of assessed value. Virginia Beach is 97 cents per $100. So yes, Norfolk looks more expensive, but here's what it actually means. If you buy a $285,000 home in Norfolk, your annual property tax bill is about $3,505. Buy a $365,000 home in Virginia Beach, and your annual tax is about $3,540. Pretty much the same. That's why I tell clients, don't freak out about Norfolk's higher rate. Look at the actual bill. It's like the difference between getting hit once really hard or poked 100 times. Either way, you feel it, but the end result is pretty similar. What would you rather have? A lower monthly payment, even if your home doesn't appreciate as quickly, or paying more upfront for long-term stability? Let me know in the comments. All right, numbers aside, let's talk lifestyle, because this is where the decision really becomes personal. Norfolk is urban and cultural. You've got the Neon Arts District, the Chrysler Museum, the Virginia Zoo, and events like Harbor Fest. The Tide Light Rail gives you an option to get around without a car. It feels like a city. Whereas Virginia Beach is suburban and family-focused. You've got better rated schools, larger lots, and of course the oceanfront. If you want a quieter, maybe safer environment for kids, Virginia Beach might be your spot. So your Saturday in Norfolk, it might be a morning at the farmer's market, an art festival, and brunch at a cafe. Your Saturday in Virginia Beach, maybe a soccer game, Costco run, and maybe a beach day if you time it right. Again, neither is better. It's about what fits your life stage, your lifestyle, and your personality. Now, for my military families, this is where things really hit home. Norfolk is right next to Naval Station Norfolk, the largest Navy base in the world. Living in Norfolk means you can actually get to work in a mostly reasonable time, although you'll still have to deal with base traffic. In Virginia Beach, amazing neighborhoods, but your commute can often include tunnels and bridges. And if you've ever sat in the downtown tunnel at 7:30 a.m., yeah, same face I make when Zillow tells me what my house is worth instead of the MLS. For military families using BAH, Norfolk often stretches your allowance a little bit further. VA loans pair nicely with Norfolk's lower price points. But if you plan to stay long-term after retiring, like I did, Virginia Beach might be the better equity play. Bottom line, if time with family and shorter commutes matter most, Norfolk makes sense. If stability and schools matter more, Virginia Beach is where many families lean. Now let's talk about where the market stands in 2025. Norfolk's median home price, like I said, is $333,250, up almost 8% year over year. Virginia Beach is at $365,000, with steadier, smaller gains. Norfolk is a very competitive market. Homes average 2 offers and sell in about 36 days. Virginia Beach is competitive too, but it's more stable and prices don't jump as fast. So what does that mean for you? Buyers who want affordability lean toward Norfolk. Sellers who want strong resale lean toward Virginia Beach. Here's my advice. Match your long-term plan to the city. If you're buying your first home or investing, Norfolk is a smart move. If you're buying with a long-term family picture in mind, Virginia Beach delivers stability. So here's the bottom line. Norfolk and Virginia Beach are neighbors, but the cost of living difference can add up to tens of thousands of dollars over the years. Norfolk gives you affordability, urban energy, and culture. Virginia Beach gives you stability, better rated schools, and that oceanfront lifestyle. Neither is right or wrong, it just depends on your goals. And remember, I help people just like you every single week. Whether you're buying, selling, investing, relocating, or just have questions about what might be the best for you, all my contact information is in the description below. Call, text, or email anytime. And don't forget to grab my free home buyer's guide if you're just getting started. I post new videos every single week, so hit that subscribe button and stick around. There's a lot more to cover about living here in Hampton Roads. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll talk to you soon.